on now. So just begin reading, and as I said, I will pick it up from the bottom. Okay, so just start from the top.
Okay. I might not have as much hand emotions as you, but
As
okay.
Whatever you want.
Okay. Sorry. We begin our deeper exploration of the science behind chanting by looking at what brings most of us to try it out. Although we are different people, there is at least one thing which is common to us all. We're all searching for happiness. But what do we mean by happiness? Sensual pleasure may bring us happiness, but it can also bring us distress. The first bite of a delicious dessert is certainly enjoyable, but by the third helping, our bodies call out no more. As we demonstrated in the last segment, even if we are successful in all of the material parts of our well-being, there's still something missing. Plus, for most people, success in all the ways we've been talking about remains elusive. Even when everything else is going well, stress, depression, anxiety, and all other forms of mental ill-being are all too common. Is a fractured, incomplete well-being inevitable? Or is there a way to find true happiness, which is unaffected by the world around us or even our own body and mind? The Bhagavad Gita describes 3 kinds of happiness according to 3 different qualities or modes of nature. This is what it says. That which in the beginning may just be like poison, but at the end is like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization, is said to be happiness, in the mode of goodness. That happiness, which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects, and which appear like nectar at first, but poison at the end, is said to be of nature of passion. And that happiness, which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion, is said to be the nature of ignorance. Here we find a clear description of where true happiness lies, in self-realization. In other words, it is in finding the source of happiness within ourselves. Pursuing happiness through our senses may be enjoyable now, but in the end, suffering is inevitable. This is happiness in passion. In fact, much of so-called happiness derived from sensual pleasure is simply pain in disguise, based on delusion, or happiness in ignorance. There must be a better way. The Gita describes happiness in goodness. Finding this happiness may be difficult in the beginning, as it requires us to turn away from much of our material outlook on life. But in the end, we achieve a truly sustainable happiness. In any case, it appears that so much of our suffering and happiness comes from things beyond our control, like our environment, our bodies, and other people. And what to speak of death, which brings an end to all of our earthly plans for finding happiness, no matter how successful. Then there's a problem of ignorance. Though for some, ignorance is bliss, for most of us, there are big questions about life and its meaning and purpose that when left unanswered creates emptiness in our hearts. The path of chanting and bhakti yoga is designed to come to a complete answer to all of the real problems in our life. In the next topic, we'll go further down this path, looking at the first key. Who am I?